Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I am the host, producer, creative genius, mad man, and brilliant mind behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Let me say that one more time for the cheap seats in the back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, and madman behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant based lifestyle. Welcome, come on in, pull up a chair, get seated. The title of my talk today is How Going Plant Based Challenged My Core Life Philosophies. How Going Plant Based Challenged My Core Life Philosophies. Now, one of the things that happens that many people don't talk about, one of the benefits of going plant based is that when you stop eating junk, you stop thinking junk. And let me tell you, that will throw you for a loop. Yeah, I said it. When you stop eating junk, you stop thinking junk. When I gave up the dairy and the meat and the oil and the salt and 98% of the sugar, my mind started working differently, right? I started thinking differently. Part of the thinking differently was all about my new set of beliefs and updating old ones and getting rid of some things that just were not working in terms of my core life philosophy. Now, in my opinion, core life philosophies are super, super important because many times in life, when your life is, if some area of your life is not working, some area of your life is full of shenanigans and foolishness and drama and things you can't figure out, it's probably because one of your core life philosophies suck. They don't work anymore. Maybe they never worked. Maybe you've accommodated them. Maybe they've been passed down generationally. But some kind of way, one of them life core philosophies does not work. And I had that personal experience. Let me tell you about a couple of them. The first one was I realized that difficult, yes, I said difficult, does not equal impossible. Difficult does not equal impossible. What do I mean by that? When I first switched over my diet, about next month will make 4 years, right? I thought it'd be so difficult not to have hot wings, so difficult not to have cheese, so difficult not to have bacon cheeseburgers, which are my go to. It wasn't difficult. You know, I'm sorry, it was difficult. It wasn't impossible, right? So here's the difference. When I have worked with young actors, I was a young actor myself at one point. I remember people telling me things like this. Oh, well, if I haven't made it by 30, I'm giving up. I'm getting out of the game. Okay. Well, 30 would come and go whether you were still breathing or not. So let's say you held out until you were 30. You held out until you were 30 and you realize, oh, I haven't made it. What am I going to do? Well, it might be difficult to keep going, but it's impossible to stay 29, right? So let's give that up. So difficult does not equal impossible. That was the first big life core philosophy that I gave up when I became plant based. Here's another one. Cost, COSTS, costs does not equal price. Cost does not equal price. What do I mean by that? So many times when I was younger, I would look at the price of something. I would then decide, is it cheap? Is it, oh, that's a good price, it's cheap, or it's expensive, I can't afford it. Oh, that's a lot of money for this, there's a lot of money for that, whatever. I'm looking at the price and not the cost, right? Here's the difference. The price is a one-time deal. The cost is ongoing, right? It's a long-term effect. Let me give you an example. It might cost you, let's say, $1,000 for a coach, right, to do whatever it is you're trying to do. I've had a lot of coaches. I've paid a lot of money for coaches, right? You may pay $1,000 for a coach, but what if being around that coach, being in that ecosystem, allows you to have fresh opportunities, allows you to make more money, allows you to get that next gig that completely turns your life around? Was it worth the price? That's the cost. It keeps going, it's ongoing. The cost simply means this is a long term effect of something that you're doing, right? Many of us don't associate price and cost when we look at our health and our food, right? So yeah, the price of those chicken wings might be $6. The cost, the long-term effects might be high blood pressure. It might be your feet swell. It might be you're on medication. It might be you're stressed out. Those are long-term effects that all came from that one bucket of hot wings that you repeatedly go back to. So price and cost are not the same, right? Here's the third one that I think is a biggie that really shocked me when I realized it. One of the life-changing philosophies that I had to embrace was the fact that I had spent an inordinate amount of time going after what I thought I could get and not what I wanted. Two different things, two very different things. Now, if you were like me and you grew up in the 70s and the 80s, the people around you always tell you, don't ask for what you don't see. I used to hear that all the time as a kid. Don't, if you don't see something, don't ask for it. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That was the philosophy I took into my adulthood for a number of years. What I realized when I stopped eating junk and stopped thinking junk was, yeah, it's well within my right to ask for what it is that I want, right? Many of us, most of us do not. We ask what we think we can get. We want X, Y, and Z, but we settle for, we ask for A, B, and C. Let me give you an example. We want a job that allows us to have free time, that allows us to have flexibility, that allows us to work independently. That's what we want. We settle for a job where maybe there's a little bit of micromanaging. Maybe there is no time to work independently. Maybe there is no time to work on individual projects that really light you up and set you on fire. But we settle for it, right? We justify it with this because it pays benefits or because it's close to the house or whatever reason, right? We settle for what it is we think we can get instead of going after what it is we really want, right? And I'll give you this secret. Let me give you a tip. When you are going after what you really want and you are lit up like you're on fire, the world will respond. People get out of your way, right? And great people pop up and they show up and say, let me see what's going on with this person. Do not settle. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Have a great day. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, and madman behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant-based lifestyle. Let me say that once again for the cheap seats in the back. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are on the planet. My name is Anthony Carter. I'm the host, producer, creative genius, and madman behind a movement entitled That Plant Life, a movement dedicated to supporting Black men 40 to 60 who are committed to combating hypertension without the use of medication and the addition of a whole food plant-based lifestyle. Now, before I tell you to get out of here, if you're interested in working with me, feel free. I have a link in this video which will allow you to reach out to me and connect with me. I am offering consultations, one-on-one coaching, and a very, very, very near future near you, coming to you very, very, very soon, will be a free workshop so that I can attack my goal of having 100,000 Black men in peak optimal healthy condition so we can do great things on the planet. All right. So, with that in mind, um, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, allow your loved ones to take care of you, get some plants on that plate, and most importantly, and most of all, eat like you got some sense. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.